We are going to be talking about that run game and why the Miami Dolphins need to stick to said run game. What is up, Thin fans? How's everyone doing today being the day? How's everyone doing? We're going to be talking about the Miami Dolphins run game, how it is thriving, and how the Miami Dolphins should stick to it. Just stick to it. But first and foremost, I do want to shout out today's sponsor, Sleeper. Love them. I use them. I show them. I have fun with them. I need to remember that I could chat with you guys on it. Go check it out. Use the promo code DDW. Get 100% matched up to $200. Also, they're doing a giveaway. So essentially, you make your slip. I show you on Fridays how to do it. Screenshot that sucker. Email it. Yeah, a chance to win $100. Redeemable on the Sleeper app. So go check them out. So, little update on scheduling. Not mine, but the NFL. The game on Monday is still happening. Normally, they make changes to the schedule 2 weeks in advance. So if they were going to take us off Monday Night Football against the Steelers, we would have known last weekend. So since that didn't happen, we are still playing Monday night. But we unfortunately are not playing on Sunday Night Football. We were flexed from Sunday night to Sunday at 1 p.m. So the Miami Dolphins will not be playing the Bengals Sunday night. Supposedly, if the Bengals would have beat Buffalo, they would have kept that game on Sunday Night Football, because then the Miami Dolphins would have been the record they are, and the Bengals would have been the record they are, and a lot of implications would have been, if the Dolphins win, they continue the chance of getting the playoffs. It doesn't look great. I'll talk more about that tomorrow because the Chargers won last night. And if the Bengals won against the Dolphins, then it continues their success and potential to win the AFC North. But they lost, so they were like, nope, don't want it. And again, another year of the Miami Dolphins potentially having a Sunday night game, getting flexed because for some reason the schedule makers think that come December, the Miami Dolphins are going to be playing good teams and are going to be good themselves. You think you would have learned from last season. So there is that. So now we are going to be breaking down some film. And in this film, I'm only looking at the offense. Defense did well. They did good. I was very happy with the way the defense played. So there was not much I really wanted to focus on when it came to the defense. There was a lot I wanted to focus on when it came to said offense and, the run game, and then Tua. Because again, Tua is the starting quarterback, and it's I made that video Saturday kind of what is wrong with him? He's not playing great, and he hasn't. Didn't play great against Washington. Didn't play good. Actually played bad against the Saints. And then this past game, again, he didn't play bad. He wasn't horrible. He didn't throw in interceptions, thankfully. But it wasn't good. And I will show you, because we got off to a 21-point lead, and then the offense kind of fell apart. And I'll show you some of these plays where it's they really needed to focus on one thing, which is the run game, because, Tua was struggling in some aspects of his game. And then they went back to the run game, and the offense was kind of moving, and we scored a touchdown, we kicked a field goal, yada, yada, all that stuff. But before we look at the film, there's things I want to talk about. First off, Mike McDaniel's still kind of doing Mike McDaniel things. Now, I made the video talking about that I'm warming up to it. If you watch yesterday's video, go watch yesterday's video. That I'm warming up to it, and of him possibly coming back, But he's still doing, like Barry Jackson said, and like I've been telling you, he's still making these rookie mistakes in his 4th year as the head coach of the Miami Dolphins. The second drive in the game, we have to call a timeout. Got to stop wasting those timeouts. You're up 21 points. He starts getting cute, right? You have 3 touchdowns off of 3 offensive series, and then he starts getting cute with giving up on run plays. You have one drive, I think it was in the second quarter, where we ran the ball once. Yeah, it's this one. We pass incomplete, pass, run, pass, pass. So it was an incomplete pass, 13-yard pass. Oh, that's nice. A 1-yard run on first down, and then it's like, I ain't running the ball again. Incomplete pass, forced the punt. Now, again, you're up 21-7. You're up. So you're thinking to yourself, hey, it's not that bad, and the Jets suck. But again, it's 3rd straight week you were playing a bad team, and you shouldn't be doing these things. A negative 2-yard pass. Tries to do a little trickeration to Malik Washington. 6-yard run, and then a sack. We will look at that sack. Pause. Because it wasn't to his fault at all. And we'll look at that. Then on the field goal, 29-yard run, 7-yard run, 4-yard run, 3-yard run, 1-yard run. Then we had the pass to Dulcich that eventually came back, and then a 1-yard run. You see where it worked out? Run. One pass out of that series. We end up getting a field goal. The next drive, we punt. We start at our own 5. 6-yard run, negative 1-yard run. Then we try a silly pass, which, again, I will look at. And then again, pass. Like, it's when these things start happening where we start punting, it's because of the passes. This one here, run, pass, run, pass, then a penalty. So instead of being 2nd and 1, it's now 2nd and 6, pass. Why? Just run the ball. 2nd and 6, just run the ball. I don't understand why you don't run the ball on 2nd and 6. And then in the 4th quarter, the touchdown. We had the touchdown that really sealed the game for us. At one point, it's 24-10. They're still, within 2 scores. It didn't really matter. And the touchdown, guess what? 7-yard run, 9-yard run, 11-yard run, 11-yard run, 0-yard run, 11-yard pass. Very nice. Negative 1-yard run, 12-yard run, 7-yard run for a touchdown. Run. See what I'm saying? Like, he needed to just, at some points, he got a little too cute. Was trying a little too much in little areas and a little bitty boops. Then they get a turnover on downs. Offense comes back out. We run. Jets call a timeout to try to stop us, but we ended up running and then getting in field goal range. So he needs to stop being so cute in some instances, and he needs to stick with what's working. So let's look at the film after I went on a little bit of a spiel. We're going to start here with the 39-yard run. This is a beautiful run. This is also just, Devon Achane is just a monster of a man. 5'8". I think he said it was 5'8". I thought he was 5'9". I thought he was around Tyreek Hill's height. He isn't. Blew me away when I was talking to him that he told me how tall he actually was. But just the blocking as well as his breaking of the tackles on this run, just a masterclass. Just watch. A little motion here from Julian Hill. Boom, take it to this side. Look at this lane. Nice seal block from Ingold. Nice seal block over here. One broken tackle. Oh, he's going to go down. Oh, that's it. He's tackled there. No way. What in God's name? Just ridiculous. But beautiful seal block here, right? Jonah, fantastic. Patrick Paul, fantastic. Like, look at this. Nice seal here. Able to take it off. Just beautiful. Again, offensive line doing really, really well with the run game. So then we get down there to the goal line, and this play by Tua, credit to him, right? When I watched this, I thought, oh my God, this is going to be an incomplete pass. Hopefully it's not a tip pass for a touchdown, but just watch. Cole Strange has a bad rep here. He actually has a very good rep that I want to show and talk about. Right here, though, Cole Strange, Just, whoa. And again, this is Tua's blind side. Tua has no idea this pass rusher is coming at all. You look here, everyone's kind of covered, so Tua has to wait a beat for these guys to get open. Does a little pump, right? His reads are out here. This is his next read. He's like, oh, I got him. And he gets it off, and the trajectory of the throw is not affected by the hit. Like, who would have thought? Honestly, I saw this coming, and I was like, oh, I thought the ball was going to fly up in the air. I thought one of these guys was going to catch it. Great trajectory. Stayed in the pocket, just took a hit, absolutely got blasted, but was able to stay there in the pocket and deliver a very good throw. Man coverage, barely dropped anyone into coverage. Mostly was about getting after the quarterback and stopping the run. But that's where the play action worked. But unfortunately, Cole Strange just wafted on his block on that one. Thankfully, Tua did his thing like a chicken wing and got that pass off. Now, this is a pass to Jalen Waddle for 24 yards. And again, let me pull out my little computer marker, because I want to show you we are using the New York Jets. Because if you remember, the last time I talked about play action, and oh my God, you got to use it because look how play action is affecting the defense. You got to Monday Night Football against the Jets. Sunday Football against the Jets. Watch this. Wait. Watch this. There we go. Little motion here. Gonna boop. And what it does, what this little play action does, is it freezes these linebackers. And you're going to have Jalen Waddle come down and around over here. And it's freezing them because they are expecting, okay, are we going to have to attack Achane, who's running this way? Or are we going to drop back into coverage and kind of close the gap here? And by this play action happening, it freezes them. So I'm going to play it again so you can see them literally hop forward and then take a beat and then drop back into coverage. But that hopping forward and taking a beat gives enough space here, like this distance here, for Tua to drop the pass into Jalen Waddle. So let me go back a scotch. Watch how they hop forward and then freeze for a beat, then drop back. Play action, boop, and then see how they have to drop back. By that point, you see Jalen Waddle's already coming open on this deep crosser. They didn't drop far enough back into coverage. Tua hits them. Because again, if I think this is 54, didn't bite on the PA, right? He would have dropped way further back and probably would have been in line to smack the ball down or get any type of disturbance on that pass. But because of play action, it makes the linebackers freeze for a beat because they have to stop and look. Does he have the ball? Oh, he doesn't have the ball. Now I drop back into coverage. That's that quick push. And that's why when we were facing the Panthers, we kept trying to do play action, and we kept trying to do those roll play action, then roll out to the left where you just have a free rusher. I watched it last night against the Chargers and the Eagles. Play action, and that pass rusher crashed in for the running back, and I think it was Herbert or it was Hurts. I don't remember which team did it. Wide open on the bootleg, threw the pass down the field because they were respecting the run. We got to stick to the run. That's why the title of this video is Miami needs to stick with the run. I don't know if it's for the future or whatever I titled, but they have to stick with the run, because regardless if it's Tua next year or if they miraculously find out a way to trade him and they bring in somebody, whether it's a second round pick, Ewers, they let him take the reins, or they bring in a vet. You need to have this team needs to be a run first team. And if McDaniels comes back, he has shown he can do it. He needs to stick with it. This is the touchdown from Devon Achane. And I think it's this one. We're very happy with Jonas Savania. I think that's how you say his name. Because he blocks his man, right? Because this is a run to the left, comes off, blocks his man, and then continues to follow him. And he blocks him twice to allow the lane for Achane to run in for the touchdown. It's a nice rep from Jonah. because a lot of the touchdown runs were going to a lot of the big gains and stuff were going to the left, to the right. This one goes to the left, and it's a nice run here. Watch Jonah here. I think this is the play. Little Mosheru, right? Jonah coming up. Got a call for hands to the face. Pitches it. Boom. Blocks his man. Achane wants to come here. 44. Guess what? I got him again for you, my man. Touchdown. Great rep from Jonah. Boom. Hits 44. Then hits 44 again. And that second hit from Jonah is what allowed Achane to take a step to his right and get it. Now, again, this could have been a block in the back. Whatever. You ain't calling it. I ain't crying. Boom. 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 See you later. I'm going in for a touchdown. Growth, man. It's growth. Jonah, growth. Hopefully, this is something we continue to see with success. Hopefully, this is something we continue to see throughout the season. Hopefully, this is something he builds on and works on in the offseason. And hopefully, this is something we see in training camp. Because, again, there was so much promise, so much talk of Jonah. And it wasn't just me. It was so many professional scouts, so many professional analysts, so many people talking about Jonah. He could definitely be a guy. It's the early second round, this, and that. Guy, instant starter. And for some reason, he's just not been good. Whatever it could be, his left side instead of the right side, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. Whatever it could be, I'm hoping that he hones whatever it is, figures it out, and has a fantastic 2026. But we will see. Now, I'm going to get to some of the bad plays. Now, this is, so we're up here 21-0. I think we're up here 21-0. Or this, we end up scoring on this drive. So we're 14-0 up. Not a great pass here. Not a great pass here. Might want to show it, Doug. Like, dropping back. And this is where I've talked about and made the video of there's something up with Tua. Because in 2023, Tua finds this gap and he drops the pass in the gap. He kind of drops it up and over and he drops it in that soft spot of the zone with the, I think this is Waller coming over. But he puts a little less under it, and the linebacker gets up and he smacks it. Also, the linebacker is going to drop back into coverage. He's going to follow him, and he's also trailing him. So again, Tua is now throwing this into triple coverage. And I understand why he thought, see, jumps up, gets the hand on it. He thought that was a good idea. When you look at it, drops back. Jump off here, man. Because he gets tackled here. So he didn't have much time. Right? Didn't have much time. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he had like 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Boom, he got hit. So he had to get the ball out. Right? You drop back 1, 2, 3. I don't see why he thinks he could get it over him. I would have dropped it here and give him a shot to potentially outrun him. He outruns this guy. That's potentially a touchdown, but a big gain. But he drops it off to him. And again, it's another instance of Tua. Like, what is going on in his head? What is his thought process? Does he feel like, oh, I here comes the pressure. I don't feel comfortable enough. Is it that hip? Like I said, is he not able to drive through with it? A lot of questions, but bad decision there. Bad decision. Speaking of bad decision, this next one from Tua. Oh, I actually show you another angle of that to kind of give you a little perspective on. See, like that's the pass he threw. So in hindsight, maybe if he put it out in front of him a little bit, it would have been something. Because again, he threw it. Guy gets his hand up. Actually throws it behind him. So in actuality, it might have been the right read. But if he threw it out in front of him, Darren Waller, it's the catch. So again, I was wrong initially. He got the pass to him. It was just inaccurate. He should have thrown it out in front of him instead of throwing it behind him. So again, problems. This is a bad pass. It's kind of like the Waller pass where covered and then he's trying to fit it in and he doesn't. And thankfully, this isn't an interception because this is a bad throw. You see this and you're like, yeah. Now, is this on Waller? I think I look at it the other angle to see, could he have caught this? Because this is you should make this throw, man. Thankfully, that's not intercepted. Yeah, I get the other angle. Too high. Too high. Thankfully, it was too high. It's off. He is off. Is it a mental thing? Is it a physical thing? But he is off. And then he throws another one here. Another one here. Making some type of change. They send pressure right up the gut. So he's going to throw it here. And that's his thought process, right? Like, okay, instant pressure up the gut. Let me get it out here. I would have thrown it here, right? If I'm Tua, I'm dropping it off to Achane. Drops back, looks, crap, pressure. Drops back, sees the pressure. He's a lefty, so he drops back. Pressure coming, boom. I would have dumped it off to Achane. Because this is third down. And, Achane, as you see here, you give him the opportunity to possibly do something here. I think I give you another angle for this one. Drops back. You float it. Maybe not. Maybe he wasn't ready, but this is a bad pass nonetheless. Pressure in his face, though. He has to get the ball off. Low. But again, that one I could give to the pressure, and I could give to he had to make an instant reaction and an instant throw because the pressure was right there in his face. But he's not a great throw. Not a great throw. This next one is a 29-yard run. Beautiful 29-yard run. Cole Strange. Like I said to you guys before, Cole Strange gave up a potential sack, which Tua stayed on the block through the touchdown to Jalen Waddle. This one, Cole Strange with a nice double block. We had Jonah on the opposite side do a nice double block where he went out, blocked one guy, hit the other, and then hit him again to seal the lane to allow the touchdown. This one here, Cole Strange with a nice double block. Right here, Cole Strange, 69, pause. Beautiful. I think he's going to come out, he's going to block, and then he's going to continue, and he's going to block again. Fantastic stuff here. A little motion. You got Devon Achane back there. So blocking 91. Gets off his block of 91. Blocks 97. Essentially seals that in. That allows Achane the opportunity to go for a nice gain. Great block here, right? 91. Kind of feel, okay, Achane is going to get by. I need to hit 97 because if not, 97 is going to come in here, make the tackle. Boom. Great. Like Cole Strange on that play. Chef's kiss. Beautiful. Gets off, hits the one guy, probably feels Devon coming, or he can't see him because with the helmet on, you pretty much see this. You're like a horse with blinders on. Hits the one guy, comes over, boom, hits the other guy, seals it. Nice lane for Devon Achane to get a 29-yard run. Now, unfortunately, we get only the field goal on that drive. And again, this is where I kind of talk about Mike McDaniel's decision-making, but not necessarily his decision-making of play calling, but maybe his trust in Tua, because we have the Dulcich big gain that is called back because of a holding. It's offsetting penalties. The holding on Waddle, if you go and watch that, I didn't save that film because my eyes. But the holding on Waddle is such a bad call. I think if they call it a block in the back, it is not a block in the back. It's so dumb. So you're sitting at 3rd and 11. and you have timeouts, and he ends up running the ball instead of trying to get the first. Like, you just had a big 20-something yard play to Dulcich, but now on 3rd and 11, you're just going to run the ball, screw it, let's kick the field goal, go in, I think 24-7. I think that was the score at halftime. And it was a head scratcher for me. I understand that play call. But again, that might be just like the Saints game, him not having faith in Tua to be able to make any of these types of passes with what he's seen. So a little interesting there. Then obviously I'm going to show you. So, he does that. He's like, all right, I'm going to run the ball. Let's kick the field goal. Let's go in halftime up 17. But then we get the ball back. There's like however much time, less than 20 seconds on the clock. And instead of just running the ball and going into halftime up by 17, this man decides to run this play. What in God's green earth why wouldn't you just run the ball here? It's 3rd and 5. Just run it. Now, if Dulcich would have had a better block, maybe something happens here. But again, you have this defender, just blasting by. There's a horrible block here from Patrick Ball. Like, what are you even trying to do here? But if Dulcich had a better block, maybe something happens here. But that series of decisions to run the ball on 3rd and 11, and then on 3rd and 5, you try to throw a bubble screen. Why not try to throw a bubble screen on 3rd and 11? Why not try to do something on 3rd and 11 instead of running the ball and kicking the field goal? And then you do that, which could have potentially gave up a touchdown. Made no sense to me. Absolutely no sense to me. And then we have this. So 2nd and 9. We're on our own 8. Jeez Louise. Sorry. So he wants to throw it over here, I'm assuming, right? Got Dulcich in the middle. He covered. You're not going to throw this. 44 can jump it. Right here. Like, in those split seconds where he's like, all right, let me just check it down. If he would have just looked down the field, boom, right there. You got him. Like, right here, you got him. Because he's now taking on Jalen Wright. Right here, you got him. Hit him. Hit him down the seam. But you almost throw a pick six. And again, the decision making. Where is this decision making? What are you doing? Why are you doing it? Please stop it. Seek some help. Again, we scored 21 points. Then it was 21-7. Then it was 24-7, and then 24-10. And then, if the Jets were any better on offense, and I'm talking any better, if they didn't have Cook, an undrafted free agent, come in and start quarterback, this game might have been another situation like it was against the Saints and the Commanders, where it got sketchy because the offense started to stall. Because they started to put the ball into his hands instead of focusing on the run. Because for some reason, Tua is making horrible decisions and not making good throws. This play here, 3rd and 6, we're on the Jets 42. Tua's going to roll out to his left. 2023, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. I've seen Tua make this throw time and time again. These past 2 seasons, this season, last season, he has not made this throw. And I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Play action, roll out to his left, right? So he's got time. This defender's waiting to see what he's going to do. He got a crosser here. This is what he's going to try to hit. It gets batted by 52. There's a penalty, so it doesn't really matter if he would have got it. But my whole point is right here, right? You're trying to get it to here. And again, I don't mean to pick on Tua, but if he had a strong arm, if he was Jalen Hurts, if he was Lamar Jackson, if he was Jordan Love, if he was any of these guys who had a stronger arm, he would have thrown this ball upfield because he's coming over because Tua is going this way. So he's following him. He ends up cutting it up. If he would have just noticed that and thrown it up here, possibly a touchdown. See how he starts cutting up? He already threw it here. If he would have just led him, stronger arm, his arm's not getting it here, right? It would have been like a duck or something. Stronger arm, lead him upfield, would have carved him up. Would have carved him up. But unfortunately, that's not Tua anymore. And I know some of you guys are going to say, it never was. He was making these throws. Rookie year, him rolling out to his left. I think it was against the Chargers or the Rams. I don't remember which team. Hitting Mike Gesicki, rolling out to his left, 20 yards down the field, sideline throw to Mike Gesicki. Like, we've seen it. It's not the same quarterback. It is not the same quarterback. This Tua is just a shell of himself. Physically, mentally, I don't know what it is. He's just not the same guy. And I don't think he'll ever be able to get back there. 2nd and 11 on the Jets 19, 12-yard run here. This is the last play I want to talk about. Beautiful play. Beautiful play, and I want to show you why it is a beautiful play here. And again, I'm loving what I'm seeing from Jonah, right? Jonah right here, he's going to come up. He's going to make his block. And his big body is the reason why Jalen Wright comes and bounces off of him, right? Jonah's big physical body, right? Making the block here, allowing. So you got a nice seal block from Brewer. You got a block here from Strange, Ingold here, like a nice block. And just Jonah, this big human being, boop, bounces off him, allows him to keep going. Like, they got to stick with the run game. If Mike McDaniel comes back, if they, scavenge this season and get to 10-7 or 9-8, and they bring back Mike McDaniel, he, like Barry Jackson said, go watch yesterday's video. He needs to stick with what has been working for the back end of this 2-6 season, because again, the back end of the 2-6 season last year, he's just abandoned it. Right? He's got. If I'm the owner. If you abandon the run, if you don't bring in competition for Tua, and on with the list, you're fired. You got 3 weeks, and then you're fired. If Mike McDaniel comes back. Again, it's leaning towards more likely than not, but a lot can change in these next 4 weeks. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think of the film breakdown. What are your thoughts on sticking with the run game, building around the run game? What's your thoughts on Tua's play again? I will see you tomorrow. So tomorrow's going to be interesting. We're going to do the picks video tomorrow, but it's going to be also, I'm not going to title it picks. We're essentially going to be talking about who to root for and against. So, because the Dolphins, with the Chargers winning, the Dolphins need a lot of help if they want to sniff the playoffs. With the Chargers winning, the Dolphins playoff shot going 10-7 is 11%. So they go 10-7, they have an 11% chance of making the playoffs with the Chargers winning. So I will see you tomorrow. Like usual, stay classy. If ends up.